on tour with Cassandra Clare in this amazing bus. Do you think you'll have any writing sessions on here?
Yeah, actually, Holly and I are planning on working together while I'm on the bus.
What does it look like, do you think, for a writing session? Do you guys have the music going? Are you guys in your pajamas? Are you like sitting at a desk and just focused with your coffee? What does it look like?
Both of us often get really behind. So we do a lot of writing in a lot of different ways. You know, chore clothes on, pajamas on, like whatever we need to do. We often wind up like working in almost any setting, but a lot of times it's like very boring. It's our laptops are open, our headphones are on, and then often if we run into any kind of trouble or we want to talk about something, we'll like poke the other person. And like actually, it's great because you know, writers don't often have a water cooler where you can go and like sound out, problems. And so if we run into anything, we'll talk it through with each other, which is, I think, the greatest thing about having a critique partner.
What's something that you really had to make sure you brought with you?
I had to make sure pens. I had to make sure that I brought a lot of pens, silver pens, gel pens, gold pens, pens for every possible pen emergency.
What kind of emergencies are we talking here?
Well, you don't want to sign on a glossy thing the same that you would on a page. You can't sign on black with, any old pen. You need a silver or gold pen.
Yeah.
We have a lot of pen emergencies. Shirts, skin, whatever you need to sign on.
They're ready for you. Who is your real life Pierre Bataille?
Probably Holly. Holly Black, definitely. The whole concept of parabatai in the books is that you have sort of a like warrior partner who always has your back and you always have their back and you like fight demons together. And we don't fight demons, but we write together and we work together and we only live like a mile apart from each other and we see each other every day. So I think it'd probably have to be her.
You are her Pierre Bataille. Yeah. But do you feel the same way about Cassie?
I think that she's my parabatai.
You and Cassie both have amazing hair. Did you guys plan this, that she went pink, you went blue, or was it coincidental? How did it happen?
We didn't plan it. I've had my hair blue for about 2 years now.
Okay.
And actually she had her streaks blue and matching blue until just before this tour when she apparently decided she wanted something different and went pink.
If somebody is inspired by like your hair, what would you say is a way to make that leap or decide if it's for you?
For a long time I didn't, and then I thought, you know what, like why not, because it's temporary. Like life is, people say life is short, life is long. You have a lot of opportunities to do different things, and I was like, if I hate it, it'll grow out and back to normal, and I tried it and I loved it. So my hair's been a million different colors.
One thing you can do is dye the bottom part of your hair. Especially if you have dark hair. I have dark hair, and it means you have to bleach your hair, and so it really is a commitment. But if you do the bottom part, it looks really great, and then you can cut it off if you don't like it.
But who scares you the most out of your characters? The fair folk, the fang folk, or the cursed workers?
Oh, who scares me the most? I mean, what I'm honestly frightened of is zombies, but I will never write a zombie story because they really legitimately terrify me. Probably the fair folk. They were never like us. They have a certain alienness and they have an alien morality, and that I find actually frightening.
If there was a battle between the fair folk, who you're scared of, and the shadow hunters from Cassie's world, who do you think would win?
Well, that's a really interesting question. It's a really interesting question because, in fact, the book that Cassie just wrote and the book that she's on tour for, Lady Midnight, actually really comes close to addressing that question. So it's hard for me to come down on that, but it's interesting because for many, many years she has had fairies in her world, but she really hasn't let us see many of them. And so now actually this is sort of the book series where we're going to see a lot more fairies in her work.
I am also working on a middle grade series with Holly, my parabatai. It's more of a middle grade book for younger kids, but it's been really fun writing it. And so the third one is coming out in September. I'm excited about that. It's called The Bronze Key.